So when it comes to the UK, we seem to have a bit of a problem with religion. Now don't get me wrong, there's a few of them that are quite peaceful. But judging by this question here from Rupert Lowe, there's one in particular which is not very peaceful at all. I'll see if you can guess which one it is. And trust me, it's actually a lot worse than Rupert Lowe believes. And he thinks it's bad, but it is far worse. He hasn't even realised it yet. Because he asks the Secretary of State for Justice, how many assaults on prison staff have there been in the last 5 years? And he wants it broken down by religion of the prisoner. And we've got Sir Nicholas Dakin, probably Dakin, but that doesn't seem like a word. And this is where he gives us the data. I'll show you Rupert Lowe's tweet first, where he actually got it wrong. Because he says that the Ministry of Justice has just provided him with staggering data. And he says, and this is the spreadsheet that I'll show you in a moment, and why it is far worse than these numbers. Because he says in 2024, there were 2,916 assaults. And 4 years earlier in 2020, there was 1,393. So it's gone from 1,393, and this isn't the bad bit, trust me, to just under 3,000. So it's over doubled in 4 years. And he says that equals almost 26% of all of the situations. And I was thinking to myself, Rupert, there's some pretty bad numbers. 26% of the crime? That is awful. And then I thought to myself, hang on a second, clown. Muslims don't make up 25% of the population, do they? And I thought, no, they don't. It's really weird. So I decided to do the next best thing, and we're going to break it down per capita. So what I've done is I've removed all of the other years, so we're just going to look at 2024. And if you didn't know, what per capita means is basically per person. So if they got 26% of the situations, but only a small percentage of the population, well, they've got that small percentage of people just massively over-representing the group. And as we can see here, right, if we just put this what colour should we choose? I think we know what colour we're going to... Oh, what are the odds of that? In fact, no, that's a bit too red. That's pink. Oh, wow. Give us red. Make it lighter. There you go. That's better. So we got Muslims, right? And the total in 2024, like we said, was 2,916. And they make up 6.5% of the population. Bear in mind, that is male and female. So if you really want to get into the weeds of it, you could halve that. Do you know what I mean? So 3%. But we're just going to go with 6.5. Well, they commit almost 26% of the crimes, which is an overrepresentation of 19%. That is insane. Meaning that 6% of the population are causing 26% of the crime in prison. And if you did wonder as well, we've got Christians up here. 46% of the population, but only 44% of the crime. Not ideal, don't get me wrong. But it's not like they're sat there with, 5 or 6 times the representation? I mean, if anything, Christians are committing 2% less. Then we've got Buddhists here, we've also got the Jews. They make up 0.5% of the population, but they're represented by over double because they're causing 1% of the prison crime. That's how it works. So when Rupert Lowe says that almost 26% of them are causing the crime, like I said, I wish that he just thought that little bit extra. And he thought to himself, hang on, how many of them are there in the UK? And if he did think that, then, truth be told, he would have found something out that is even worse. And if you enjoyed this daily Clown World video, with ideas and perspectives that you can't even get from your favourite MP, I'm not knocking on Rupert Lowe. He's 10 out of 10. I just wish you would have spotted it and not left it up to a clown. And if you like that level of value, then I would highly recommend to check out this video on screen, where we saw local councils refuse migrants.
This country has gone crazy.